In this video, I explain to you what Web3 means, the history behind Web3, and the most important things you should know. And it all starts right now.
I want to begin first with the history of the web and the evolution to Web 3.0. The web has been evolving over the years, and in this lesson I'm going to take a look at how things have evolved from the early days to where we are and where we are headed. In the process, we will talk about the Metaverse. I want to state that the Metaverse is a network of 3D virtual worlds which are connected, and they enable people to interact with each other in real time regardless of where they may be physically in the world. That means that if somebody's in Japan and you're in the United States and you want to interact with this person, instead of having to travel to Japan or having that person travel to the United States, you can merely meet inside the Metaverse and interact in real time with that person. Inside the Metaverse, there are real property rights. That is, you can actually sell things inside the Metaverse, and they have real value, which actually can turn into real money, which you can spend in the physical world. That is, the Metaverse is an intersection between the digital world and the physical world in a whole new space called the Metaverse. The Metaverse is still being developed and it's emerging, but there are many key elements which have already been defined and which are disrupting many areas. Areas such as e-commerce, communications, entertainment, in areas such as video games. But even established markets like real estate are being impacted by the Metaverse. As an example, Decentraland is a fully decentralized open world in the Metaverse in which users can connect and play with other participants, and they can earn the native token for Decentraland called Mana. These Mana actually have a value, and you can actually go to a cryptocurrency exchange and trade it for dollars, euros, yen. That is, you can actually conduct full business inside Decentraland, which will actually have an impact in the physical world. You can make money inside Decentraland. Key things about all this is that with these tokens, participants can purchase NFTs, including parcels of land inside Decentraland world. That means that you can actually own land inside Decentraland just like you could buy in the physical world. Other things that you can buy are collectibles, and you can even vote in the governance of the economy for Decentraland. Other things you can do, you can even create your own NFTs inside Decentraland, and you can offer them to other people for sale inside this digital world. This gives them real value in the real world. You can conduct full businesses inside Decentraland and make real money, which you can actually spend in the physical world. These are brand new opportunities that didn't exist before. This whole evolution and the opportunity to make money has brought a lot of attention from leading companies in what were known as the Web 2.0 space. And I'll be talking further about Web 2.0. But companies such as Facebook have rebranded itself into Meta due to their focus on the Metaverse. That is, Facebook has already set their eyes on the Metaverse and rebranded itself as Meta. And this presents a big turning point, as other companies will also have to pay attention to the Metaverse in order to remain competitive. So let me explain to you a little bit of this evolution of the web and how we're getting here. And for starters, I want to talk about the value captured. That is, you as a user, how much value are you capturing for your interaction with the World Wide Web? Everything began with Web 1.0. Web 1.0 began with Netscape, which brought the first web browser called Mosaic. This was the first tool that enabled people to navigate the World Wide Web and discover all that the web and hypertext made available. The web back then was basically a collection of text links. You could actually have static pages. You could click on links and move around the web. There really wasn't much to be done. This was followed by Web 2.0. In Web 2.0, you have companies such as Facebook, which created online communities. Now, in these online communities, you could interact with other people. You actually have the opportunity to interact with other people, become more social, hence the name social media. People can communicate in these Web 2.0 properties, and there are billions of active users in Facebook which actually use Facebook. But once you have Web 1.0 and you have Web 2.0, what comes next? This is where Web 3.0 comes in. Decentraland is one of the best known Web 3.0 projects, and it connects users in a virtual world in a community built on Ethereum. There's a lot more value to be gained there because in this virtual world of Decentraland, users can buy parcels of land which they can travel or build on, and they can take advantage economically of owning that land. That is, if you own land inside Decentraland, you can sell that land. You can build upon that land. You can actually have property that you can actually sell and make money out of. This was not available in Web 2.0. This is the first digital platform that's completely owned and the property of its users. The land inside Web 3.0 is actually owned by the users of Decentraland. Let's take a look now at the 3 stages of the evolution of the web by looking at Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and Web 3.0 and characteristics associated. For starters, how you interact with the web in Web 1.0 involved reading. You could just go to a static page, you can click on links, you can move around and look at things, but you really couldn't do much. There were static pages, the content was served on the server's file system, and you didn't really have that much activity that you could do in Web 1.0. Web 2.0 brought to you the ability to be able to write back. That's how you can post comments. That's why you can actually interact with other people, because you can read and you can write. Furthermore, you have the opportunity to be able to share yourself inside this platform, which is controlled by Facebook. In Web 3.0, you have the ability to read, write, but you can also own things. There's property rights inside Web 3.0. For example, in Decentraland, you can actually buy land inside Decentraland, and it's your land. In Facebook, you only have the permissions that Facebook gives you. Facebook can actually shut down your profile if they disagree or you go against any of their terms of service. It's a very different space between Web 2.0 and Web 3.0, which leads us to the next stage. When we're looking at specifically the abilities, in Web 1.0, you have static text. You merely had things that you could look at and you could read. In Web 2.0, you have interactivity. You have interactive content that you can actually write back. You can actually write and create content that's interactive with you. Web 2.0 presented brand new opportunities for you to interact with this content. Web 2.0 also brought you activities like YouTube with video sharing, being able to post your own videos into it. It's interactive content that you can actually work with. This is Web 2.0. However, in Web 3.0, you can create virtual economies. That is, you can be a landowner inside Decentraland. You can actually create businesses and buildings inside Decentraland. There are virtual economies that you can actually own, and you have the property rights to it. And if you actually get paid in mana, you can take that mana, go to a cryptocurrency exchange, and you can trade it for dollars, euros, or yen, and spend that money in the physical world. It's a whole new opportunity that's presented by Web 3.0. When you're looking at the organization of Web 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0, Web 1.0 was organized by companies. You had companies like Netscape that gave you access to being able to do that. That was replaced eventually. Actually, we brought in Internet Explorer from Microsoft. Companies ran Web 1.0. Web 2.0 is controlled by platforms. That's why you have the Facebooks of the world, or the YouTubes of the world, or the Twitters of the world. There are these platforms that control what is Web 2.0. In Web 3.0, you have networks. As we stated, Decentraland is built on the Ethereum network, which is a distributed, decentralized network. And Ethereum is censorship proof, and nobody can shut down Ethereum. So when you're looking at it, you have a lot more uniqueness and property rights inside Web 3.0 because you can truly own property inside Web 3.0. If you're on Facebook and Facebook tells you that you control an asset, they can shut down your account and take that away. That doesn't happen in Web 3.0 because you truly own the assets that you buy in Web 3.0. The infrastructure, when you're really looking at what Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and Web 3.0 were, revolved. Web 1.0 was personal computers. People had the opportunity in their homes to actually connect using a modem and connect to the web. In Web 2.0, all of these specific platforms are built on the cloud, and they have access to your mobile devices, but they're built on clouds that are controlled by these centralized entities like Facebook, like YouTube, like Twitter. Web 3.0 and organizations like Decentraland are built as blockchain networks. In this case, Ethereum, which is censorship proof, which leads us to the control. When you're looking at Web 1.0, you have the opportunity to go anywhere you want. You have your home computer, you could just access different browsers, different pages, and you had the opportunity to just move around the web. When you move to the Web 2.0, it's completely centralized control. That is, Facebook controls the platform, and if they disagree with you using their platform, they can shut you out. Same thing as YouTube, same thing as Twitter. There's just a full control placed in the hands of the platform. Web 3.0 gives control back to the users because it's decentralized. There is no platform to just shut down your account. It's a completely decentralized space in the metaverse.
I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something in the process. I bring you brand new videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm George Levy. We're changing the world, one blockchain at a time. See you next time.